And shifting our focus now to the state of the economy. Remember, the state of the economy has been a concern with this government in particular, says the opposition, because they ask, where are the jobs? Where is the growth? At a point like this is something to cheer for the government. Remember, the World Bank here has put out a number when it comes to the growth forecast, and it says that the growth rate should be around 7.3% in 2018. It also goes on to underscore that India has a huge potential when it comes to growth compared to other emerging economies. Our colleague Abhishek tracking that story for you here and trying to get you the big picture. Abhishek, this is definitely good news, but what really does this mean for the Aam Aadmi, and will this be able to soothe tempers and actually allay fears when it comes to that big issue of job creation?
Well, Deepti, if there is growth, a rising tide raises all boats. So far as the Aam Aadmi and, general situation of employment, jobs is concerned, obviously, if there is growth, the numbers add up for every sector and every aspect of the economy looks good. The fact that World Bank is not only saying that India would grow at 7.3%, in fact, if you look at the table, it says that in 2018, India perhaps would be the fastest growing economy. And that's where the politics part of it kicks in, where the government can actually hold it up and tell the opposition that while the numbers might be low against, targets of like 9 or 10% of economic growth, but still at 7.3%, India is fastest growing economy in the world. Also, that given the fact that in the first half of this fiscal, the growth was 6.1%, this time it has come at 6.5%, which essentially means the growth has already hit about 7%. So it shows that all the reforms, all the structural changes that have been pushed in by the government so far as the economy is concerned are bearing fruit, and ultimately, as they say, good economics makes for good politics. As we head into election year in just about 3-4 months from now, the government would draw solace from the fact that whatever it has done is obviously bearing fruit. So far as the opposition is concerned, they would still want to call the government as it heads into the budget session on the ground, on the issue of joblessness, for example. But the counter from the government with these figures coming in, not just from the World Bank, Deepti, but from the IMF also, or earlier in the case of rating agencies like the Moody's and Fitch, that if this growth sustains, it would reflect well on the job numbers as well.
All right, Abhishek, appreciate your putting out that perspective for us here. So that is definitely good news and a breather then for the government, which is at the moment, remember, also trying to contain that fiscal deficit. We track that story for you here. With this, we slip into a short break. On the other side, we are talking of a bizarre advertisement. It's not just a bizarre advertisement.